Um, this is the agreement that was made in Aburi. Okay, that is part of the agreement that was made in Aburi. Okay, now so many people has been coming with a lot of interpretation on this agreement. Okay, so today want to take time. I want to take time to educate people on it. I want to interpret it because some people say that it is as a result of lack of interpretation, like people were having various kinds of interpretation. That was what led to the reneging of the Eburi's Accord. Okay, that was why the Aburi Accord was not implemented. Okay, that some also said that the Aburi Accord, that Ojukwu did not consult other regions. Okay, so these things are just cooked up stories just to suit their narrative. Okay, these are just cooked up stories just to suit their narrative. So for this reason, I want to carefully talk about the Aburi agreement today. Okay, now the first one is the people who were involved in the Aburi Accord, the delegates that were there, okay, or the people who formed that Aburi Accord, okay. The first one is Lieutenant Colonel, okay, the first one is Lieutenant General Joseph Otto Ankara, okay, head of state of Ghana and mediator, chairman of the meeting. Okay, you know the Aburi Accord was held in Aburi in Ghana. Okay, now these are the Nigerian delegates who were there, who were part of the meeting. First, we have Lieutenant Colonel Yakubu Gowon, head of the Federal Military Government of Nigeria. We have Lieutenant Colonel Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, military governor of the Eastern Region. The next one, we have Lieutenant Colonel Hassan Katsina, military governor of the Northern Region. We have Colonel Robert Adebayo, military governor of the Western Region, that is Yoruba. We have Lieutenant Colonel David Ejo, military governor of the Midwestern Region. We have Major Mobalaji Johnson, military administrator of Lagos. We have Joseph Edet Akinwale Way, head of the Nigerian Navy. Okay, we have Ahaji Kams Selim, Inspector General of Police. We have Mr. T. Omo Barry, Senior Police Officer. Okay, now these were the delegates, but this is not all. These delegates also brought along a team of legal and administrative secretaries. Okay, team of legal and administrative secretaries, notably headed by S. Akenzua. This is Solomon Akenzua, Prince Solomon Akenzua, who later became the Oba of Benin. Okay, who later became the Oba of Benin. Okay, now this is how it is. These are competent men. These are secretaries and legal advisors who were part and parcel of this meeting. So there is no way the Aburi Accord could be subject to misinterpretation. There was no way the Aburi Accord could be subject to misinterpretation, because these were men of timber and caliber, and all the regions were represented. Look at it. Governor of Western Region, governor of Northern Region, governor of East-West Region, this, that. People, they were all represented. So don't tell me it was subject to misinterpretation, that was what reneged the agreement. Don't tell me that, because it's a lie. Now, I want to read this one. This one said, upon returning to Lagos, Prince Akenzue and other civil servants analyzed the summit agreement. They analyzed the summit agreement. So that means for that 2 days in Ghana, in the 4th and 5th of January, where was your brain? All of you, your brain was sleeping. Gowon said he was having fever. So that means all of you, your brain was asleep for that 4th and 5th of January. So that when you now got to Lagos, that was when you now analyzed it. They now analyzed the summit that all of them were involved. Decisions were made. They all agreed. They now analyzed it after the agreement was made. Now, he warned General Gowon in his memo that the decision reached at Aburi effectively legalized total regionalism, creating a dangerous weak center that would lead to a confederation and ultimately the disintegration of Nigeria. Now, if you read the account of this prince, okay, Prince Solomon Akenzue, you will find out that what he focused more on was the oil in the Eastern region. That was what he focused more on. That because of the oil in the Eastern region, it will be very difficult The East will progress. The East will succeed. The East will grow. Okay, so the oil was the focus. So if we allow them with the huge oil deposit in the eastern region, the other regions may suffer or whatever. The competition, they will grow extremely. And the region, the oil was also the focus that made Britain to make sure that the Igbos were wiped off. The oil was the focus. Because their oil companies were already in Igbo land. Their oil companies were in Biafra land exploiting, stealing oil. And even while the war was going on, the Europeans were still drilling oil even while the war was going on to finance the war. The war was still going on, but their oil facilities were not affected. They were still busy stealing the oil of these people, of the Igbos, of the Biafrans. Somehow, most of you in West Africa, most of you don't know that the oil you're receiving and the gas you're receiving is actually coming from the backyard of these people. Most of you will be, oh, Igbos must go. Oh, you're locking their shops and all that. Most of you don't know that the oil and the gas you're enjoying is coming from the backyard of these people. You don't know. A time is coming. So the focus was the oil. These people has large deposit of oil. These people, their land is so blessed and so rich. If you allow them to go, it will be a problem. It will be a problem. So the best thing is to breach the agreement in Aburi. So don't tell me that it is a misinterpretation of the Aburi Accord. There were men of caliber who were involved in Aburi. Don't tell me it's misinterpretation. Don't tell me that other regions were not consulted or whatever, because all the regions were involved. And don't tell me that 5 years, because that's into almost 5 months from January 4th and 5th, before Ojukwu now declared Biafra on the 30th May. That's almost 5 months. Don't tell me that you couldn't just implement one of the things that was said in Aburi, just one. Even if it's the regional policing, just implement one. So don't tell me that. I'll be back for the part 2 of this video. I'll continue with this video.